everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Stanton's Cardinals going up against Stafford's Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, it's Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, 22.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flush to his right, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, Stafford here. It's brought in left side by Tate. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. On first down, Abdullah. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. To throw is Stafford. Finding Fouls complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They go with Abdullah again. And Abdullah lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Third and long, it's Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This from 36 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board. Happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Again, Peterson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
Throwing on third and long. Stanton trying to lay one up, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A toss play. This is Peterson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go.
Off play action. Stanton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Hey,
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go 1, who would go 2, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games. And here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Stanton. Here's a screen to Powell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it'll be first down here after the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run again with Peterson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. Green.
Operating from the gun. Stanton trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Stafford gives to Abdullah. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Shift together here from the D-line. Abdullah on the counter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Here's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. To throw from his end zone, Stanton. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they picked that one off.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run for it. This is Abdullah. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw on 2nd down, Stanton. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end and take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return is Peterson. Gets past one man. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Stanton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught right side. Gresham. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, Stanton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and 5.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanton. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment.